शुरू करें.
I think we're live.
We're live, yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome to No Look Reviews, where we're gonna watch United games so you don't have to. And this is one of those games that you really don't have to watch. So,
And you don't want to watch it either, but we did.
but we did. All right, Ahil, take us away. What happened today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna start off with what we predicted, and our predictions were: I predicted we're gonna lose 4-0 or like maybe 4-1 because maybe just maybe somehow we score or create a chance or something stupid, which we did, but nothing happened. And Ake predicted that we might. What was it? You initially predicted it was a 2-1 win for City, and then you changed it to a 1-all.
Yes, it was a 1-all for
And
both, and I thought United will score first, and no, the game did not go according to script at all. So
I guess so, yeah. So my prediction was closer. I'm kind of happy about that. Not really, but
yeah,
just I guess. I mean, I didn't put any money on the game, so that's pretty much that. But yeah, we lost 3-0. Haaland definitely had like 2 goals. He played well. He was in the spaces. He was creating his.
yeah.
He was trying to get into spaces that he normally does. Tries to get his chances made up, but yeah. And then the last goal was what Haaland assisting Foden. So I guess Haaland just did everything in terms of the goals.
Like
and
a title
situation.
suggests, it's the Erling Haaland show, and
Yeah,
that's what it was at the Etihad last season, and it's continuing this season. So yeah, it's a shame that he's not going to win the Ballon d'Or.
yeah. It's.
Yeah, I don't know why they're giving it to Messi. I think
I mean,
Erling
it's still
Haaland.
not official, so
It's
but we already know
we
that's gonna
already
happen.
know we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So let's start with the lineups.
Yeah.
I don't know what the structure was. It's supposed to be a four
I don't know.
2-4, 4-3-3.
Essentially, from what I saw, it was supposed to be a 4-2-3-1, at least according to Fatma. But then when you look at the lineups on live on Sky Sports or whatnot, they set it up as a 4-1-4-1.
Yeah.
But then in game, a lot of times when we were trying to press, not really doing shit in pressing, but we saw a 4-2-4 where Amrabat and Fernandez were the midfielders, and then McTominay and Haaland playing up top in the center, and then 2 wide men. Was Ericsson? No, Ericsson. Sorry,
It was
the
Ericsson and
midfield.
Amrabat in
Ericsson
the
and
midfield.
Amrabat the midfield. Bruno was on the right. Rashford on the left.
Yeah.
And the back line is pretty similar to our last games. Not the last game in the Champions League, but the last game in what's it called in the Premier League. Left back Lindelof doesn't know how to play left back. I don't blame him. It's not his natural position, but yeah, it's just really bad. It was really bad. Evans and Maguire tried their best. I think they put up a decent performance against a really informed City. Who,
Yeah.
they're the champions, so like Maguire holding up his form, kind of doing the best that he could. Evans being as old as he is with his experience, he did what he could. Dallo got caught a lot of times out of position. He played down the right flank, but he was the only
Yeah.
real wide man in our team. So whenever he would go up, someone has to cover back for him because he would not make it back in time. We saw it a lot of times.
So for the second goal,
For the second goal, he was jogging back, like he was all the way up as a right winger, and I don't know what the idea was there, but yeah, it is an interesting. It is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you have to say for the lineups? And City lined up pretty much. They put out their best one.
So we're actually looking at the live highlights right now.
Yeah.
So what you'll see again is Hoyland holding over Rodri.
Yep.
I think it was very soft. I think it was extremely soft. What do you have to say about that? I thought it was. You see that contact every single game.
Yeah.
You see defenders doing that all the time, and it's a game where the referee saw it. He didn't give it. VAR had to come in. I don't know why. It's just it ruins a perfect game because until then it was pretty toe to toe because City was trying to push as much as they could. They were leaving gaps open.
Yeah.
United was trying to take advantage of it. The couple of times they broke away, the final pass was lacking, but the game was pretty even until that point. And yeah, like I think again VAR it's not doing what it's supposed to do, which is it's supposed to point out clear and obvious errors. This was not a clear and obvious error at all. Like it's something that happens in a game all the time. It is so subjective. Every referee will look at that differently. Every pundit or analyst is going to look at that differently.
Yep.
And I don't know why they gave that. You will see on the other end right after when Haaland's kind of going one on one
Yep.
against, he wants to go one against Ederson. Stones is pulling him. I think it's worse because Stones is pulling him from the back. Haaland was trying to hold him from the side. And Haaland, to his credit, he didn't fall down because he actually wants to play football, unlike
Yeah.
certain Spanish people. Won't name that person, but you know, or you all know who it is.
I mean, everyone knows who it is.
Yeah, I just think it's so fucking inconsistent. Why didn't VAR interfere there?
It's
Sure, it's not a penalty, but it's supposed to be a red card opportunity. And then
I mean, it's a goal scoring opportunity. It
Yeah.
could have been a red card. I guess the other thing is also because if it's clear and obvious there from the ref, it also could be that the ref's line of sight, like he can't really clearly see what's going on. So that's another thing. But essentially, yeah, I don't know. It was soft. It wasn't
extremely
the
soft.
craziest of challenges. But I would like to think that I don't know, man. I don't know why VAR called it. I do think it's a penalty.
It's something that
It did ruin the game.
Yeah.
It did definitely ruin the flow of the game. We were doing well up till that point, and then as you know, United once they concede, they lose momentum and they just get discouraged. We just never can fight against momentum. We've never been that team. There have been very certain situations that we might have been able to, but at least against the big clubs, it's been very difficult. It's always a bigger back and forth. But
Yeah,
it was-
so Haaland steps up, takes
Yeah.
the penalty, sends Onana the wrong way, and then after that, it's just been all City.
Yeah.
I can't recount. There's just one chance in the second half, but other than that, in the first half, there was just nothing.
Mhm.
It was just City holding the ball, trying to get us out of position, trying to make spaces. But other than that, it's just completely City. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. We can talk about what happened. We can talk about what else happened in the first half. I mean, City had another big chance.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the first half, just right at the end when I think it was Bernardo or Grealish. It was Bernardo actually, who was sent by Grealish to the wing. Sends it across at the far post. Again, Lindelof. Sure, he's not a left back, but even as a center back, you're supposed to guard your space, and he's not doing. He's not even doing that anymore. Like he
gets
makes
caught
it.
off too
He makes
often.
it so easy for Haaland to jump on top of him and just head the ball.
Yeah.
And luckily for us, Onana had a good game, or else this would have been 6, 7, 8. You don't know how many goals City would have scored today. And yeah, like luckily for us, Onana saved that. And the crowd was up after that save. We thought, okay, maybe second half the team will come out. They might play better. They might have more energy. But
They did, and even the substitutions, like I don't think any of them really did anything. Towards the end, I guess Garnacho, Anthony, and Martial like playing up top with Bruno as number 10. That kind of maybe worked a little bit better. I did see them pushing up a little bit more, but that's
Yeah.
also fresh legs against players that have been playing the whole game. Either way, City still had possession. We didn't really create anything. We did have two big chances though throughout the game. To be fair, the one long ball from Ericsson to Rashford.
Yeah.
Rashford took it on really well, and then, but yeah, he just fucked up the finish. Like I get why he tried to juke the shot. He tried to fake the shot, try to send Walker away, but then he just messed up the finish right after. So it doesn't really matter how well he took it down at the end of the day. And then the second one was McTominay's volley.
Yeah, it was in the first half.
That was in the first half. Yeah. Who sent the ball in? It was
Rashford.
Oh yeah,
Rashford with
Rashford with the weak foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rashford first time pass this weak foot. He took it down well too. McTominay covered it. He had a defender on his back. He still pushed off the defender, took the volley. It was a great shot. It was probably the best opportunity we had to score a goal, but Henderson with the save. It was a lot of power. It was a crazy power shot. The ball was swerving, but Ederson had a strong hand, and it was right over Ederson. So we will give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, like that.
He should be making that save.
Yes, he should be making that save. It's right over his head, but even then, man, like McTominay could have been, too straight to the keeper, exactly as Ilya mentioned. It's too straight to the keeper, but come on. in
No, it was a
the
good reaction save.
yeah.
Like you could say the same about Haaland's chance at the end of the
Yeah.
first half. It was
Oh, no,
close to
no.
the keeper.
Yep.
But again, I think both scenarios, it was a good by both keepers. They were good
Yeah.
reactions.
Yep.
Pretty close to them. So yeah, so that's what happened. The first half ended. Second half, Mount comes on for Amrabat. And I think that was I think that was a very stupid substitution.
Yeah,
We lost.
you liked it though.
No,
You didn't?
I was just joking that
Okay.
we might need Mount, but no, I
Yeah.
that it just completely ruined whatever chance we had.
Yeah.
Had no structure, we had no defensive stability at that point. It was just chaos. And yeah, City did well. I can't even say anything. Like I think it's just United just being defensively frail and
There's just clumsy in
yeah.
attacks too. Hoyland tried to hold off as many players as he could, but he again, apart from also hold up play, I haven't seen anything from him.
Yeah.
Sure, he's finished a couple of chances here and there. Sure, on the breakthrough, he has that pace, but I haven't seen too much from Hoyland. He's
But
still a young player. I'm not gonna try to give him shit. He does do his thing. He does uphold the potential that we think he has. He definitely plays his part in the games, but I still haven't seen much from him.
But I mean, again, what chances did we really create for him?
Yeah.
I can't think of one single chance that we created where Hoyland can, pounce on it or do
Yeah.
something about it. He had to drop too deep because our midfielders don't know how to hold the ball anymore. Ericsson, you bring him into the game because you want to hold possession. And I thought he was the worst player on the pitch today. Like he didn't offer anything defensively. He never does.
Yep.
But even when he had the chance to, play a ball through or just hold the ball,
Yeah.
and calm City down, like he just lost the ball right away. And for second goal, like again, like we were trying to attack, we were trying to create something. Dow was out of position.
Yep.
City on a break. Midfielders are jogging back. Dahl was jogging back. Leaves a lot of space at the back, and then just like the chance Holland had for the goal in the first half. Same exact person, same exact cross.
Completely.
This time there was no one marking him.
No one.
It's early fucking Haaland. There's no one marking him. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know where our left back was at that point. Lindelof was covering someone completely different, and no one else was back there. I don't know. How do you just leave a striker open in our box to score? It's crazy. It's a pattern we've been seeing since day one. They just don't know how to man mark. I just feel like Ten Hag set up a system where he goes from man to man to zonal defending pretty quick. He transitioned pretty quick, but our players are not capable of doing it. I just don't see it. Like I see them man marking people, but then they switch to zonal defending, and then in the box, like there's just open spaces. There's just players that take advantage of that zonal defending.
But who was guarding that zone? If it was
I
zonal
have no
marking,
clue.
there was no one guarding that
Exactly.
fucking zone.
Like, half the players switch off. Like it's just weird. I don't know. It's a very mental thing. We just haven't been there. And right now, as we spoke about the goals, we're
Yeah.
looking right now.
You can
at the
tell
second goal.
Dallo's the furthest player on the
Yeah.
pitch. He's supposed to be a right back.
Even it's crazy.
Like
And
look at him.
then-
Haaland's being guarded right now by Lindelof.
Yeah. And then both of them just went to the man in the middle. It's just you gotta trust your own players, man. You gotta see what your position is. Stay wide. I don't know, but Haaland came from the center. He went to try to go back wide to the back post. No one followed him. There was a man on him beforehand, but yeah, Lindelof went in with his man, and Haaland in position in space.
He's not gonna miss that again,
No.
Yeah.
But to be fair, back to the point of like goalkeepers, Onana played really well.
Yeah.
I feel like he made some important saves, and it was just crazy. Onana's been putting a shift. Maguire's been putting in shifts here and there. Like obviously Manchester. I don't count this game as much for any of individual crazy performances apart from the one that really fucked up like Ericsson. And yeah.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
Michael asked, who do you think was the worst player today? I
Yeah.
mentioned it once. I thought Ericsson was horrible, completely useless, and he doesn't have the legs anymore. I thought, at least like he has the passing, he has the brains,
Yeah.
but
He's had one job since we brought him in. Control the game, control the pace of the game. But he didn't do that. He didn't even do that. He played one or two good balls. That's about it. He passed around, but he tried to pass around, but he lost the ball so many times. City's high press is not easy to get around, and I get it. But yeah, we just didn't do shit. No, we could not. I'm gonna bring on one more talking point as like Alvarez. He's been playing crazy good these past few weeks. But we did not see much of him this game, apart from that one free kick that he took from the wide.
I'm just trying to see the highlight of the second goal again.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see Alvarez actually, because
he does create that space though.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to
His,
see.
that's what I told you, right? Like I don't see him much on the ball, but he creates those spaces.
Because
Like,
that's where he
makes
is
those
right now.
runs.
Look,
Yeah,
that's Alvarez right there
Yeah.
on the right wing. Plays the ball to Bernardo.
which then starts the play. So he is definitely the smart player. He
Okay,
is
plays the ball to
taking his
Grealish.
center.
Yep. Again, that's Alvarez right there with Lindelof. Drags Lindelof completely, which leaves the space open for Haaland. So
Yeah.
it's the creativity and the off the ball movement that we just
Yeah.
don't have. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, none of our players have the composure. Like as Leon mentioned, we need players that can control the game.
Yeah.
That aren't just gonna hold the ball, like not clear it off. Like even Onana, like that's why we brought him in. We wanted a keeper that can play the ball, can distribute the ball, but
Yeah.
it's never seems that way. Like it just.
But you'll see during
Just-
like if you rewatch the game, there are many instances where McTominay, Ericsson, Bruno, they have the ball,
Yeah.
and instead of playing the simple pass to the
They
next
just play-
person and letting the next person create the chance,
Yeah.
they're trying to hit 40, 50-yard through balls when you know that there's going to be one Man United player because everyone else is back against 3 or 4 City defenders that easily going to just marshal them out of the play. So that's the thing. Like I don't know where, like these guys are professional, elite athletes. Like they're supposed to be the intelligent people on the pitch, and like it's these simple decisions, like things such as just holding the ball when you're under pressure that they can't do.
They're playing 2-1. I don't even know. It's so much pressure for them. I guess it's just. Yeah, I mean we'll get to the good part about the week and talk about Copenhagen probably after this. But at this point, right now, what do you think? Where do we go from here? It's like in the Premier League, we're not going to be doing well. I didn't think we were going to play against City, but this does break our momentum. Or like we only had 1 win or 2 wins before this. It's just
honestly, I don't even know. I honestly I can't even tell you how the season's gonna go. Like we could go on a run where we just scrape results against these bottom tier teams. I think our run of fixtures like for the next couple of games is gonna be pretty straightforward. It should be pretty easy, but
no.
Like we're not asking the team to win, right? Like it's put in the fucking effort. Like that's the thing. Like people are not running, they're not getting their markers. I don't know what's going on, man.
United relegation, Nanyan, get out of here, bro. These Arsenal fans, bro. These Arsenal fans. I swear.
But I don't know. I don't think we're not gonna end top 4.
We're definitely not. But top half of the league is going to be a big one for us at the end of the season.
I think we'll finish top half. It's just it depends which European competition we qualify for. We could end up 5th, and I feel like maybe there might be a route into the Champions League if we finish 5th. But yeah, we're just gonna rewatch the 3rd goal.
There's so much space in midfield. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Man, look at the wide man.
Yeah, look at the wide man. It's just loads of passes, like 12, 13, 14. Like they're literally showing us on the TV how many passes they have before they even create a space for us.
They just keep going.
We're at 45 passes right now.
That's crazy, bro. They just run around us without, like they go up the field, down the field. They create the spaces.
All right, 50, 52, 53.
He takes the shot. No.
Yeah,
he takes the shot. 53. Haaland gets the ball, passes.
That's the thing. That's where you need your Varane, and that's where Evans and Maguire. They're not agile. They're not fast. They can't recover.
Yeah.
Like you see Reguilon trying to cover, but again, why is our left back in that space anyways? Why is he not with Haaland?
We just like none of our players are ever in position, man. Like, and the ones that are, they just don't do what they're supposed to do, and then like we just get caught up. Do you guys think? Still deserves to have the job? That's the big question. I mean, we talked about this in one of our past videos, right?
Yeah.
We do, both of us think that he should get this season at least.
Yeah, I think he should get the season. It's just unfortunate. Like our entire first choice backline is out. It's just let's just be straightforward. Our entire first choice backline is out.
Yeah.
We don't have our defense. Casemiro He's either injured or not informed.
Yeah.
Like these are something that the coach doesn't have control over. Like he can only do what he can do with the players he has. And Amrabat, like he might turn out to be good, he might not, but
Yeah.
he's still in a settling period. If you notice last season, Casemiro took 8 to 10 games, like
So
continuously
yeah.
playing to actually get in form. Because when he first came, everyone thought, oh, he's just coming for a retirement package, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then eventually he did transform our season. But first choice backline's out, our key defensive midfielder is out. Hoyland took some time to come in. That's why we
Yeah.
lost a couple of games at the start of the season. So it's just been unfortunate so far. Let's see how the season goes. I think he should get until the end of the season.
Yeah.
But even after that, I think with Surgeon coming in, let's see what happens. Because I don't think it makes sense sacking a manager and bringing anyone in.
Yeah.
Because both scenarios, you're starting fresh anyways. So why, waste the money? Why give him his severance and then try to bring someone else in? Waste a couple of more years trying to implement the system, and then it just prolongs.
It's the same
Just
cycle,
rebuilding.
right? It's the same cycle.
Yeah.
We bring in a manager, they don't work out because of a lot of issues. It can be, and it because like a lot of times what we see is like there are issues up higher up there. We don't have a proper director of football. We don't have any structures in place to support the manager, to
Yeah.
support the head coach.
Like you look at Arteta, right? Like at Arsenal. We're gonna go to Arteta because Nihan mentioned he's an Arsenal fan. Like he finished what eighth, ninth, fifth, and
Yeah.
then second.
Yeah, he took a
Right?
while to rebuild.
Right? It takes time for any coach to come in, especially in a team that's not, it doesn't have. You think, yeah, Man United on paper they have superstars, but they honestly don't. They
No,
don't. Like they were either like we're either like just basing it off what they did in the past, or we're holding on to potential. And as much as potential is good, it's not real.
You need the right players.
Yeah, it's not gonna help you right now. So we don't have the team. Like we honestly don't have the team, and it's gonna take some time. Like we have a couple of young players coming in. Let's see what Ten Hag can do with them. You've seen that Ajax, he can coach young players. He can get them integrated. But right now, I don't think sacking him makes any difference. Both, anyways, like United's gonna take some time.
We also don't have a proper scouting structure. We don't have a lot of. Our academies also hasn't been like up to par. Like we do have some decent players, of course, as United. We do attract good kids, good players, but at the end of the day, we haven't seen too much coming out of the academy. Like we used to see a lot of players coming in, Smalling, Jones, Evans. They performed when they came from the academy.
Yeah.
Of course, their careers did go downhill from there. It didn't go too well after Sir Alex left. But who's dead? So after Alex Ferguson left, Fergie left, like the era was over. We were done. We were gone. Moyes came in, Van Gaal, like all the different coaches. Like there's so many different play styles, so many different tactics.
And we have players from all of those managers still in the team.
Yeah.
Like you look at, I don't know, you look at someone like Rashford. He's here since Louis van Gaal. We've had 4 different managers after Louis van Gaal, and Rashford is still here. Not saying he's a bad player, but it just tells you, if you look at Pep's team, how many players were there before Pep, and how many are still in the team right now? I can't think of any.
Gundogan being one of their key players just left, and they're thriving. They're fucking fine. I thought they had a shortage of players in midfield, but they're doing great. I'm gonna go back to the point of Michael. Michael Sancho is not gonna stay. I like Sancho. I still do. He was a great player at Dortmund. I love the way he played. He was the best player out of Haaland, Bellingham, and like him, like out of the trio. Like he was the one person that had the most potential that could do everything. Bellingham at Real Madrid is thriving. He's not even playing the position that he used to. He's playing like a center forward, a false 9 type of position mixed with like a number 10 position. He's being fed the ball and he scores crazy goals. Like we saw El Clasico, right? Like he scored both the goals, a last minute goal, and the first one that was amazing. That shot was unbelievable. I didn't even know what he tried there. He fucking whipped the ball around the left, like outside. I don't even know if it was an outside foot shot or if it was a straight shot, but hey, he's leading Real Madrid. He's settled in. He's a world-class player. That's what 100 mil should bring you. Rice at Arsenal, he's been an important player. 70 mil or 100 mil, what was it?
Yeah, he was 105.
105.
Yeah.
He's been a class act. He's been starting. He's been playing well. He got into the team the day he got it here. Sancho, 100 mil. We took some time to settle in. Didn't do shit. Took some more time to settle in. Played a couple decent games. Back to shit.
But that's what you're saying, right? Like he comes in, he plays okay.
He
He's
doesn't
not. He's
even do
not. He's
anything.
not set the world on fire ever. Like he hasn't. I can't think of one game where he changed something or he won us any game. Like he did not, and he hasn't performed since he's come in. And fine, the sooner we can get rid of players like these
Yeah.
who are just big name players but don't really perform, the better it will be for the club. And it's gonna take some time because we have loads of them
Yeah.
right now.
And Anthony's one of them. Like we brought him in for 80 mil, is a waste of 80 mil. He hasn't done shit since.
Yeah.
He whipped a couple shots in from the left foot, like against like City last year. He did, but again after that it's just been shit. Like he hasn't we haven't seen anything from him apart from his fucking court case with the fucking female. Of course, the right wing problem is still there. We don't
Yeah.
have a wide man on the right. We need to bring someone in from the academy. Like Palestri's still there. Ahmad might come in, but again, I don't think Ahmad is that wide man.
Yeah.
He plays down the right, but he's more of an inside forward. He's more of that Juan Mata type of
But
player.
because we don't have players perform or playing, forget performing. We don't have players playing consistently. We don't have a system.
And
Like
the injuries
I
are-
don't know
yeah.
what United's supposed to be as a team.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're supposed to be a transition team. I don't know if they're supposed to hold possession. Like, what are our wide men supposed to do? Are they supposed to be traditional wingers that cut in the byline and have get across to the forward, or are they supposed to be more creative like a Juan Mata was when he played the right wing for United?
Makes no
I don't
sense.
understand.
I just don't get it. But yeah. Back to Michael Sancho is the way things are going. It doesn't look like he's gonna play in the near future. And once the January transfer window is here, like I'm pretty sure we're gonna just sell him. And honestly, at this point, I'm fine with that. We need to bring some money back into the club. We need to use that money to invest in some better players. So hopefully,
We're not buying anyone in January though. I think that's.
But if we sell Sancho, we need someone back on the right wing, bro. We don't have any.
Yeah, we know that. But do you think the owners care? They don't.
And then I still think we need a good midfielder. Casemiro and Amrabat, Eriksson, they don't cut it, bro. We need one player that can do both things: control the game and be that defensive man at the back. Mano hasn't gotten any minutes, and obviously he's still 18. I'm not even gonna say that he's gonna bring United back. He's a kid. He's someone that has potential again, and potential is like we're not gonna see anything of that potential unless we have someone experienced next to him. So Eriksson and Casemiro can help him grow to be the right player, but again, it's gonna take time. We don't.
You need the Eriksson from 5 years ago. You need the Casemiro
Yeah.
from 5 years ago, so that a Kobe Mainoo can come in and thrive. Like we don't have anything right now in the club going for us right now. So it's very difficult. Like you asked me where we're gonna finish. I honestly don't know because I don't even know what's gonna be our team next week.
I feel like even if we finish 8th, it's going to be a big deal at this point. But there's a lot of games. I mean, the thing is, like last time out, we played against Sheffield United. It's a bottom of the table team. Nihan's Arsenal played them, won 5-0.
5-0.
And Kedia made it look so easy, and we couldn't even create a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Michael, let's not go to Mount. All he does is run around the pitch. That's it. I feel like he tries to be an Alvarez that runs around, tries to create space, and maybe passes the ball around every now and then. But he doesn't do shit. We haven't seen anything from him.
And again, I don't know why we brought in Mount.
I don't like
if he was a Ten Hag signing, this was the game, right? Like you don't have midfielders. Like this is the guy you spend 60 million on. Like he's your first choice midfielder. We let go of players like I don't even know. Like you look at someone like Paulinho. Yeah, who's available 45 million. We didn't go for him. We didn't try and go again for someone like a Frankie De Jong, even though we have the money for him. Like we went for Mason Mount, and he was our first choice target because he said himself that he said no to Liverpool, Arsenal, all these clubs.
Excuse me.
To come to Man United because Ten Hag told him that he is going to play him. And where is he? He's nowhere on the pitch. The biggest game of our season so far, and he's nowhere near. Comes in on halftime and changes the game for the worst.
We should have kept who?
Fred.
I
agree. I actually agree.
The thing is better than Mount.
Better than Eriksson.
We fucking paid
Yeah.
60 mil for fucking Mount, bro. Chelsea, bro. As dumb as Chelsea's fucking the management or whatever player management has been, they too made two fucking great deals. Kai Havertz, they got what 60 mil for.
Yeah.
Mount, they got 60 mil. They were both shit players. They
I
have
don't.
been.
I don't think.
They
I don't think
had
Mount is
potential.
shit.
Both of them have potential. I still think Kai Havertz and Mount are on the
I
same
just
level.
don't. I just think Mount fits the system of what we're trying to do here.
The thing is, I think when Ten Hag brought Mount in, he wanted to play a 4-3-3, and in that system, in a 4-3-3 transitions into like a what 3-1-5 or some shit that he wants to try and play 3-1-6 or something. Mount does kind of fit in that form factor, but we just don't have the players to play those transitional phases. We don't have that one CDM that can play. Of course, we have Casemiro who has the most experience, but he doesn't have the legs anymore, bro. Bruno and Mount can play with Casemiro in that midfield three, but Casemiro doesn't have the legs. Up top, we don't have a good right winger.
Yeah.
We did not have a striker for the longest time. We just got Haaland, who again, if he gets injured, we're fucked again. So let's see if he is an injury-prone player. Right at this point, we've seen him play. He's kept his strength. He's played against big players. He's bodied them. He's been physical. He's not scared to get injured.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. But that's how the cookie crumbles. And then Rashford always plays down the left. Garnacho's not ready to start.
Yeah.
We talked about this at the start of the game or during the game or something. Garnacho is not ready to start. He comes on as a sub. He has fresh legs. He can go against tired defenders and create chances. 100%. He's amazing at that. Passes the ball, squares the ball in, maybe gets a cross in. Amazing. Takes on players. Amazing. We haven't seen that from a lot of our players. I love that for him. But when it comes to starting him, playing him against fresh legs, he has not done shit.
Yeah.
And he's still, what, 18, 19? He's still young.
He's still young.
And,
He's very
like,
young.
he has potential. He's showing potential. I just feel like we need to be patient with him. But while we're patient with him, we need the right players. And we need the players that we have to play the way we need them to. Rashford shows glimpses here and there. That ball to McTominay showed that, okay, he still has that creativity that he can still play those passes. But I don't know. He was also on the right wing at that point of the game, and I don't know why he was there. He shouldn't have been there. He didn't need to be there. Like, he doesn't have to be there. But it's just.
Yeah, it's just like looking at the table, we're eighth right now, quarter of the season gone. We are 5 points behind Aston Villa in fifth, and even fifth doesn't guarantee you Champions League. So, yeah.
I mean, look, we are close to Brighton and Newcastle, but they're still better teams. They're way better than we are.
And those are Europa League spots, right? Like, that's not where United has to be.
And we have a -5 goal difference.
Yeah.
-5. That's crazy. Manchester United, 8th on the table, with a -5 goal difference. This is probably a lot worse than a lot of bottom half teams. I don't know what to say at this point.
It's just one of those.
It's a frustrating time.
Yeah, like in the last 10 years, we've had a lot of seasons where after the first couple of games, it's done.
Yeah.
There's nothing to look forward to. Yeah, we're in the Champions League right now, but again, it's only possible if we beat Galatasaray in Turkey.
Yep.
Which I don't.
That's a tough one. Even Bayern Munich struggled there.
Yeah.
Munich struggled. I mean, they did pull off the win and they won like 3-1 or 4-1 or something.
They scored. Yeah, they had lots of goals at the end. But.
They did create a lot of chances. Bayern Munich. They did play their game, but they took their time to get into the game. Like they scored, Galatasaray equalized, and I think in the second half or something, like later in the second half, is when like Bayern Munich really got their flow, and then that's when they scored the goals. Musiala being Musiala, but then they have players like that, Musiala, fucking Sane. They have Kane now. Coleman, like they have and Nabry too, if they want to bring him off the bench or something or start or whatever. Like they have different styles of players, like different players. Even in the midfield, Kimmich and Goretzka, they're both world class fucking players.
You still have Thomas Muller. Like you have that experience.
He got. I'm pretty sure he's the one that's fucking coaching Musiala in the back, because like Thomas Muller is one of the smartest fucking players out there. He is the one that creates all that space for the team. He manipulates space better than anyone we've ever seen in the game, right? So Musiala's going to learn that from him. Musiala already knows how to dribble around players. So whenever he gets the ball, he dances around the midfield. You can never get the ball off him. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that talent, but that's what.
I think our entire makeup of the team, like in defense, sure we have Varane. Like we have one
But
player
I
that
just-
that has that experience. We have Casemiro in the midfield, but that's it. We only have two players that have done anything in their careers. In our entire squad of what 30 something individuals, those are the only two players that have done anything.
It's
Like
Yeah.
are we like we have Martial and Hoyland as strikers. Like Hoyland, yeah, like he's good, he's young, he's potential, but
yeah.
Martial is not someone he can learn anything from. Martial himself needs someone to learn something from. He's fucking 27 right now.
I feel like that's what Martial missed along his career, right?
Yeah.
Like he never had that experienced striker alongside him that can coach him and poach him and like really. I don't even know, man. Like
But we don't know what these players are like because you see Ronaldo come in and in his interview he said like young players these days they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Like you look at someone like Martial, like his first season he had Rooney.
Yeah.
Second season he had Rooney and Ibrahimovic. Third season again like we didn't have experience but we had Lukaku who at that point had already scored 100 Premier League goals.
I feel like we wasted Lukaku.
Yeah.
He was a great talent. I feel like he was a good striker. Of course, ups and downs in his career. He wasn't the most consistent player, but he put the goals in. He put the ball in the back of the net for us a lot of times. And Michael, I'm just gonna ignore that comment because you know how dumb it is. You know that sounds I don't think I should be saying things on
let's
stream.
not say that. Let's not say that.
I'm just gonna ignore what you just
we're
fucking
not,
said.
We're not repeating that, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you guys have any thoughts, just leave them in the comments. Like, I mean, in the chat. Like, it's right now we're kind of run out of words. Like,
yeah. All right, let's end off a couple of things. First, your player of the match.
Ooh, I feel like it's Onana.
Yeah, has to be Onana. I think he's hit form at the right time because
he made some big saves, like those De Gea saves. Like his positioning was still a little questionable during the game. Whenever like the ball was in the opposition's net, like possession, like. But he made the big saves, like that save from Haaland. Like there's a couple other shots that he like dove for. Like he wasn't even diving the previous game, so
yeah,
good on him. He still has to learn to where he puts the ball after he makes the save, like where he guides the ball, because he did mess up that once. And it was almost a scrappy goal, but Maguire was right there.
Yeah.
And Onana did get a touch on it before Haaland could score. That would have been a Haaland hat trick right there. And Maguire ended up clearing it. So give him that. He's fighting for it. He is definitely like making himself look good. He's making the team. You can't even help that. I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
It has to be Onana because no one else did anything in the game.
Oh, we see Bob. We made another tribute to Bobby Charlton right before the game. That was really nice, but we couldn't make the tribute to him with the result, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's not forget the result; it's the performance, right? Like that's what matters at the end of the day.
None of them performed, man. None of them did anything that they needed to do. But yeah, I'm gonna move on. I don't want to stay on the topic for too long. So let's move on to the clown of the match. And obviously, we already talked about it. I know what you're gonna say, but
I have two actually.
I'll give you.
I'm gonna do Bruno and Eriksen. I think.
Oh, okay, Bruno.
I think, yeah, both of them. They again not intelligent and all with the ball. You need to hold on to that, and been terrible both of them. So I'm gonna give it to Bruno and Eriksen both.
I feel like Bruno does too much. He tries to do too much.
He tries to do too much, but he
tries things that sure he can pull off every now and then, but they're risky, man.
Yeah. And then again against this team, like you can't take risks. Like
because once you give the ball away, you're not getting it back, as we saw for the second goal, like or was the third goal, whatever. They make they pass around the pitch like it's nobody's business. They own the game. They own the fucking ball. They own the pitch, wherever they are. And yeah, I mean,
who's your clown of the match?
I have to agree with you. I'm definitely going for Eriksen.
Eriksen,
Eriksen's definitely one of them. I don't know if I have another player in mind right now. I would want to say Lindelof again because he does mess up on the left back, but again, not his natural position. I say that every fucking time, but enough is enough at this point. We've just been really unlucky with all of those injuries, and I was gonna leave it at that for that. Did we don't want to do a discussion about the Copenhagen game before we ended off things? To make it a little positive
I
in the
mean,
stream.
I don't think I'm not in the mood for this shit.
I mean, bro,
It's like the fucking-
I wanna just again, it's Maguire and Onana that
Yeah,
saved that
that's
game,
it.
right?
That's it.
Apart from that, the whole game was shit.
It was.
We created half decent chances, half chances, but nothing.
I mean, the first half was
Clear.
garbage. Like we didn't do anything the first
Yeah.
half. The second half,
Copenhagen fucking
Yeah.
took control of the game in the first 20 minutes, and we were just following them. Like we were playing their game again,
yeah,
and it's crazy. It's Copenhagen. We same thing with Sheffield United. Like we were playing their game for a part of the game. It's crazy.
and
how
against
just-
Sheffield, it took a wonder goal to save us, and
Yeah.
then against Copenhagen, it took a last-minute penalty save
Yeah.
to save us. Like we're not doing anything like, on the pitch.
I am going to say this that we did break one of our patterns. We start the games off really slow and really shit.
Yeah,
But against City, we started off kind of well. We did try to control the game. We did control it for a bit. We had possession. We did create a chance or two here and there. Ran up and down the field with the ball.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, we've not gotten the luck from the referees all season, and
yeah.
like you can't even blame the referees. Like, sure, yeah, I mean they.
I at this point I'm not gonna blame.
Yeah,
them
because
we
like
don't-
you can see the first, but then after that, like where's the performance?
we already lost the ball at that
Yeah.
point. Like we had lost possession. We just didn't do enough throughout the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we won against Copenhagen, so that gives us some better chances in the Champions League. We're still third on the table,
Yeah.
still under Galatasaray and Bayern Munich. Copenhagen's at the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
Now we have two must-win games: Copenhagen and Galatasaray. Without those wins, we are not making it through.
Yeah. The thing is, if we win those two, we're gonna be good against Bayern. We don't need to win.
Yeah,
at
we
Old
don't.
We don't even need to draw at Old Trafford. So let's see if they can perform in the Champions League. And Wednesday we're playing Newcastle in the Carabao Cup.
Ooh,
We predicted both. We both predicted a win for United.
yeah.
I think Varane was saved for this game. He was on the bench. Came on against Copenhagen, but didn't play against City. So I'm assuming Varane's gonna play. I'm assuming Reguilon's gonna play. So we might be better defensively, but I don't know if we're gonna create enough to score.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I mentioned we're gonna win 1-0. You said they're gonna win on United's gonna win on penalties. I think it might go to penalties.
It's going to be a really close game
Yeah.
because Newcastle, like the thing, obviously they lost Sandro Tonali. It's official at this point, right?
Yeah, 10-month ban.
Yeah,
for the
10
rest of the
ban.
season.
So we're not going to see Tonali playing, which is a big player. That was a big signing. It's a big talent. I thought I would have loved
but he
that
hasn't performed. So
he has, though. He's been.
I've
playing
heard
really well.
I've seen a lot of Newcastle fans just say like he's someone that
Mixed performances for sure.
yeah, but he's not someone that changed it up for Newcastle. Like I think they have a good team regardless of Sandro Tonali. I don't think he's gonna be missed that much.
Interesting. I mean, I still feel like their best midfield is Jolton, Bruno Guimaraes, and Sandro Tonali. Once they can build a partnership out, I think that they can be one of the best midfields in the Premier League.
Yeah, but it hasn't gotten to that point
It
yet. So
hasn't.
that's why I don't think they'll miss
Again,
him.
yeah. It's again injuries and how they play, and obviously, the manager likes to move his team around a lot. He switches players around a lot because he likes fresh looks. He likes that energy, and they have long staff, like right. They have the energy in the midfield with other players.
Yeah.
Gordon down the left, Almiron down the right. They all play up and down the field. They all play high pressure football. They know what they're doing. They have a tactic in mind and they're following it. And I feel like that's what's going to cost us the game on Wednesday. I feel like at this point, the way we play against City, sure, it gave me some positives from the start of the game. But Newcastle's not very different, bro. They can control the game. It just depends on if they bring on their second base team, like the second team.
Which I don't think they will.
No,
I
feel like it's going to be a very 50-50. They're definitely going to switch a couple players. Isaac's probably going to start instead of Wilson, who has been in form. Wilson's been scoring goals here and there.
But you have to think that it's their only chance of winning a trophy, right? They're not going to win the Premier League. I think
FA Cup's also difficult.
Yeah. So I think they're going to have a strong squad. I think the last year they came again. It's the final replay, from last season. So I think Newcastle will definitely bring their strong team, and I think it's going to be very difficult. But let's see on Wednesday how it goes.
I think we're going to lose it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Yeah, I don't think I'll be surprised if they don't win.
I feel like it's gonna be a close game for sure, but I think we're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
2-1.
All right. So that was our live reaction from the Manchester Derby.
Post match reaction.
Post-match reaction. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and share the channel with anyone that you think is passionate about soccer. We would like to expand our reach beyond our current audience. So, yeah, feel free to share, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
All right, take care. Peace.